I talk about the roles that you can play, celebrity prototypes, things like that, right? I talk about that as well. But I think when we get caught up in this idea of what are my archetypes, hey there, Jody Bentley here, actor and branding and career coach for actors. And today I want to talk about the biggest mistake I see actors make in branding. So recently I was chatting with a new client who has been working with an agent and for a while, and the agent had reached out and said, "Hey, get new pictures." And he was like, "Hey, do I really need new pictures? How do I take this?" Right? A lot of times I find that an agent's or manager's response to something will be, get new pictures, right? If they don't know what else isn't working, the go-to is, let's get some new pictures, get some new headshots, get some new material. So I was kind of thinking it might be that, and then we looked at his headshots and I went, wait a second, these headshots do not have the essence of the human sitting in front of me. They were good pictures for sure, and they showed me very clear characters. But what was missing was the person, the actor. And this, my friends, is the biggest mistake I see when people brand themselves. Because a lot of people talk about branding in terms of archetypes. And who are your archetypes? Who are your celeb people? What are your archetypes? And sometimes we play into that so much. Or the archetype is blue collar, professional guy, dad, right? We play into those archetypes. And that's how a lot of people talk about branding. And look, for sure, I talk about the roles that you can play, celebrity prototypes, things like that, right? I talk about that as well. But I think when we get caught up in this idea of what are my archetypes, you're actually shooting yourself in the foot. And here's why. Yes, okay, you want a picture that represents blue collar. That could be an archetype, right? Blue collar guy could be what you do. I get it. But now, blue collar guy has many shades in there. So what type of blue collar guy are you? If I'm talking about myself, I get cast as moms, right? I'm in the mom category. But what type of mom am I? I'm not going to go out and just get a generic mom picture because that's my archetype, or a generic, professional businesswoman picture because that's my archetype. I'm leaving myself out of the equation, and my client was leaving himself out of the equation. And yeah, the pictures might go, oh, I know where to cast him, but is that your energy, right? Your energy, your essence, your specific mojo, juju, whatever you want to call it, has to come through in those materials. I've said this countless times before. So many of you watching this right now, you could probably play a doctor. I could play a doctor. We would be very different doctors just because we're very different people. So how can you balance then, if you want to call it an archetype, this role that you can play, this category that you fit in with who you are? And I feel like when you skew into the archetype and the category and the role, you're leaving yourself out, and those pictures don't work. They might open the door, but they're not getting you a call back because it isn't you. So you have to go, okay, who am I? Where do I fit? What are these roles, this archetype, however you want to call it? And then who am I within that? What's my POV within that? What stories do I tell within that? What's my essence within that? That's what's going to allow those materials to pop off the page and have a casting director stop when they're scrolling and go, oh, I get who that person is. That's the energy that I want. So it goes back to being specific and not just playing into a broad stroke, right? I mean, I have clients come to me all the time that are like, okay, yeah, I know I need blue collar. What do I wear for that? I know I need mom. What do I wear for that? I know I play professional. So what could I wear for that in my headshots? It's deeper than that. It's so much deeper than that. Or else your photos are going to look just like my photos. And that just doesn't work. It doesn't work. You have to do the work of understanding your natural energy and essence that you carry with you no matter what. And how do we manifest that in your headshots? How do we manifest that in your marketing tools? You know, it takes time to do it. I'm not gonna lie, right? Some people want to craft their headshots in a week. There's no way. There's no way. You get to do the work of understanding you. So once I explained it, you know, this way to my client, he was like, "Oh, I see what you're saying." And I think he got it for the first time because he was like, "No, these pictures get me in, but are you getting callbacks? Are you getting bookings? Is that photo delivering on the message of the photo?" Or then when you show up for that audition, they go, "Oh, that's not what I wanted. That energy's different." Right? So he finally understood why those pictures might not be serving him, and he is going to do a new headshot shoot now and get clearer on his branding and who he is from the level of, you know, branding themes and stories and going deeper than just I play doctors, I play dads, I play goofy professionals, right? How can you go deeper? Because that is what's going to make your material stand out. That is what's going to open up doors for you. That specificity also gives you confidence of knowing that you know who you are and you're not just trying to fit an archetypal mold. You're bigger than that and you're better than that. Let me know what you think in the comments below about this. I know branding can be a heated conversation. I get heated about it. So I'm curious to what you think. But playing into the archetype and having that be your sole thing is not going to get you where you want to go. You are going to get you where you want to go. Who you are is going to get you where you want to go. All right, let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you later. Bye.